Welcome back to another episode of e-commerce talk with WebBee. Today we have a very special guest joining us, Tarkan Salar. Tarkan is a seasoned entrepreneur and a fractional CEO for 7 to 8 figure D2C brands, helping businesses break out of what he calls the messy middle and scale with clarity and profitability. With over 2 decades of hands-on experience, he has built and scaled a multi-million dollar fashion business, worked across the entire value chain from manufacturing to retail to e-commerce, and collaborated with some of the world's leading retailers. What makes Tarkan's perspective unique is that it is not just theory, it is a battle tested insight. From building a $50 million fashion empire to developing frameworks like the bestseller DNA and Blue Ocean strategy, he now helps founders focus on what truly drives growth, identifying winners, doubling down on bestsellers, and building sustainable, scalable brands. In today's episode, I am going to discuss with Arkan about one of the most powerful concepts in e-commerce, the 80-20 bestseller principle, and how brands like Zara and Shein use it to dominate the market. Welcome, Tarkan, and let's dive in.
Welcome, AJ.
Thank you, Tarkan. So, 80-20. What is 80-20? I mean, we have all about the Pareto principle, 80-20. I mean, we all know what is 80-20. It's like
Yeah,
focusing on 20% and then, but how do we start? I mean, isn't it a fancy word rather than starting?
it's no, it's actually so simple,
Yeah.
but whoever does products know, including me, it's not that simple. So first of all, to understand that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing products since I'm actually 17, but I was legally not able, so I built my company as 18. But
Okay.
I'm doing it that since 17. So I
Yeah.
do this since 26 years, almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I had, and I learned the business from someone who is focusing only on bestsellers.
Hmm.
Okay, so we had so good items. Let's say I had four products. Two of the products sold maybe 2 million pieces per year.
Okay.
Jackets, not
Uh-huh.
t-shirts, jackets.
Yeah.
So this is where I come from. So I learned this business from a guy in London, and he was one of the owners of the factories in Istanbul. So he's like, I'm like, his name was Khalid. I'm like, Khalid, how you do that? Like, you make with four products, you make millions of revenue. He's like, yeah, well, why would I waste time with more noise? I'm just focusing on what is selling, right? And that,
Right. So you mean this 80-20 is at the industry level? I mean, like top 20 product, you only sell those. Is that what
we,
80-20 is?
yeah, you make 80% your revenue with
Yeah.
20% of the products, and then 20% you try new things.
Okay.
This means, let's say in the case of Sarah, this
Hmm.
means Sarah tests maybe uh, 2,000 products per month. I'm just saying a number.
Hmm.
They cannot do this like Shein because
Hmm.
in the stores you can't test. Like Shein is testing
Yeah.
per week 100,000 products. You
Uh-huh.
can't 100,000 different products.
Yeah.
Each product's only 50, 100, pieces, not more,
Yeah.
right? So otherwise they had huge dead stock.
Huge. Yes. Yeah.
But the 100, they is gone, right?
Hmm.
Maybe 300, 500 pieces. It's gone because they have minimum people buy that, right? It's gone. They have never, not much dead stock. So
Hmm.
they test Shane, their production methods put aside. I'm not a fan of that, but their system is crazy. Yeah.
Hmm.
To make with so little margin, so much profit, this is only possible because they double down only on the bestsellers. Sarah does the same. So you have your products when you test you find new bestsellers, so
Hmm.
it's a running machine. You come with new bestsellers, and
Uh-huh.
then you double down, and then you grow, and that's how this works. And in today's world, specifically in the DTC, in the D2C world, what happens there? They live in dashboards, right? They're not living with physical products like in Zara. And so they live in, this is even worse because, oh, okay, I checked what is selling on Particle AI, what is trending on TikTok. Yeah, it's trending right now. You don't know when it will stop. And mostly you're looking what is trending, not what is trending in your brand voice. It's a big difference. I told you earlier, I did 40 million in 2 years because color denim was booming and destroyed almost my brand because my brand was serious Japanese denim, but the color denim exploded. I invented, that was my first word invention. Yeah. Color denim and then double dye denims. That was both my inventions. Exploded, but it almost destroyed my brand. That happened. You can make 40 million in 2 years and then left with a baggage of shit because it's off brand,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So that's why to do the 80% of revenue with your bestsellers and then test new items in your brand voice. My AI, what we also talked earlier, the Profit AI, is programmed for that. It
Yeah.
tells you because you have to answer the bunch of questions. Yeah, it asks you a lot of questions, you answer, and then it knows your brand DNA too. And then it tells you, hey, AJ, don't do this, do this instead. This is trending, but it's also in your brand voice. This is trending, is not on your brand voice. Forget that, right? My, when you work with me, you get the Profit AI access. You answer the question in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're finished. In 48 hours, I jump in a
Yeah.
90 minutes call, and you see your business in 3D you never
Yeah.
saw it before because it connects everything in 20 minutes. You don't need 15 dashboards. You just answer a specific question and it will guardrail your brand DNA, your dead stock. It will change your LTV, your CAC. It will tell you. It will tell you, let's say, I give you an example. We had an streetwear brand. They had 90 SKUs. After we did this, they killed 46 SKUs. Five of the SKUs made 80% of the revenue, and the other one was green. Then they had yellow, 10, 15 items were yellow, the rest was red. Imagine you kill 40 items, 45 items, what this means for your customer acquisition costs. You don't spend money on ads of products which don't make you money. Number one. Number two is your portfolio is in a way that you're crystal clear to your customer what you're actually doing. So means you are in a blue ocean. You
Yeah.
become more clear to your customer so he can connect better to you, right?
Right.
For what you're standing. You become also more clear for investors, right? So it's like an elevator pitch will be very easy if you understand your business. You see your business in a different perspective, more in a blue ocean, right? So you can have a blue ocean idea, blue ocean product, but if it's in a red ocean, you have to, and this is what we do. So
Yeah.
with all the decisions, you move more to the blue ocean. And then, so the guy killed that products. Then on the yellow one, the AI suggested bundle it, so the margin goes up. So we killed 45, more than 45 products. The rest was five of bestsellers. The rest was yellow. We bundle it up, and he freed 1.2 million in 90 days. 1.2 million.
Tell me some of the 80/20, I mean 20, or some of the mistakes or some of the learnings you have gotten out of your journey working with the founders, D2C brands. I mean, you work with a
It's
lot of founders from $5 million, $50 million, as you mentioned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Work also with bigger ones, but
Yeah,
that's enterprise level.
yeah.
But the
What are the,
the
yeah,
the,
80%
the
mistakes we should avoid?
80% is just be open-minded.
Okay.
Just be open-minded because the ostrich
Willing to
if
learn, is it?
no, willing to execute.
Willing to execute.
I don't give a shit about learning.
Yeah.
I give a shit about exit. Learning is enough. You have enough free webinars, you have enough free
Yeah.
courses, you have
So what
enough
is
free.
open-minded meaning? What is open-minded in like a real sense?
In
Is it
my
like,
s-
yeah.
in my case, to break it down too much,
Mm-hmm.
just answer all the questions which the AI asks you. It takes
Mm.
20 minutes only. That's don't stop answering something because you're afraid of the answer. That is the
Right.
ostrich effect, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
if you're too deep into something, you know that. Let's say in you do your software and you're too
Yeah.
deep, you're like, hey, if I question this and it's not what I want to hear, I have to start over. That's the ostrich effect because you
Mm.
feel tired, you feel burnout, your mind is sinking on too many levels, and then
Mm.
your hand goes into the sand. This is
Mm.
not, I'm not safe for it. You're not safe from it. It's that's
Mm.
why I make this AI so we can
Mm.
take out the emotions of the occasion.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
So
emotion.
yeah, I think that's very valid. Open-minded, definitely a key. Like that 20% or maybe 20% or 20%, which actually gives you the edge over the rest of the founders. So one is being open-minded, seeing the opportunity and not throwing it off. I mean, and not being the ostrich effect, sort of, as you also mentioned.
Exactly. So just be open-minded
Yeah,
because in the end, this is also valid over everything. You
yeah,
either grow from pain
yeah.
or you grow from feeling stuck.
Okay. So feeling stuck also you grow, is it? How do
Yeah,
you grow
it
from
is.
feeling stuck? Yeah,
Yeah, I tell you, if you feel stuck, then you want to change something.
yeah, yeah. But how do you know there's something like after the ball?
Also, if I would be saying the number one thing is,
Yeah,
like I said, just be open-minded and to want to change your business. Don't think too, and always start from fresh perspectives.
yeah, yeah.
People hire me sometimes, they don't want to hear, and I have zero patience for that shit. Yeah, so I don't want their money. I say thank you and goodbye
Right. So great.
because
Yeah.
I'm not there to waste their time and my time too.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's look at the numbers. I give my suggestion. If they do it or not is different story, right?
Great, great, great.
So, and I'm talking about, so I thought about the fastest way. And the
Mm.
fastest way I could come up with was 8 weeks. And then I did the Profit AI plus. When I arrive in 48 hours, we got the perfect clarity. They
Mm.
know where their business is, so we can focus. We can focus from supplier to
Yeah.
checkout.
Yeah.
From supplier, my AI is also telling you, for example, it say, hey, you're buying 75% from a supplier in China
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and you're buying, let's say, 25% from a supplier in America
Uh-huh.
because China cheaper, America.
Yeah.
Did you ever thought that you have 14% returns if you buy smaller quantities from the American one? You save 4%.
Okay. Yeah.
If you shift, but including me, nobody would think. I would never wake up and think, hey,
Mm.
in Germany, where I come from, I could save even money. Nobody on the planet would think that, like
Mm-hmm.
in countries like Germany, America.
Mm. Mm.
But this is what I mean: the seeing your business in context. And
Mm.
this is not financial software. This is not the warehouse software. This is for any founder because a founder needs to know all the shit.
Right. So let's go deep dive onto it. I'll also give my inputs. Please, you give your own, Sue. So when you say 20%, so 20% of the product, as you mentioned, let's say find the bestseller of the top 20% and drill double down this. But
Yeah.
what are the different aspects of business you can have, like on the supplier side, marketing side, sales side, people side? I mean, what are the different areas we can apply this principle for? Signals, like what do we capture
Eh,
from the,
this is not. This is like you have to see this more
yeah,
like a like a like a puzzle
yeah,
piece, but this is the in the middle where the people have a hole, but they can't see the hole. So you put this in there, and all of the sudden, it has a ripple effect. You said it yourself. If you have less SKUs, your product managers has
focus more, yeah,
less.
yeah,
So they focus more on the things what matters.
yeah, yeah,
You have less discussions
uh,
with warehouse. You ask the warehouse guy less question
uh,
because if you want to do the same thing you keep the AI for 3 months. You can do it, and then you can extend. Of course, you can keep it as long as you want, as long you pay for it, right? So you can keep it and run this exercise, and then you say, okay, look to your buying team, run this exercise before you do anything. You know what will happen? That's what Jeff Bezos is doing. 80-90% of the things what they think they need to do, they will not do. Because the numbers, Jeff Bezos said to their product developers, if you want to launch a product, don't discuss it with me. Write a PR text, bring the PR text, and then we discuss it. 80% of the people never show up with the product because they can't write the PR text.
right, right,
They don't know because then the PR text has to answer why this
yeah,
product exists, who you help, how much should it
yeah,
be, la la la, product manager. Because when they're doing it, shit, I can't even answer
so
properly that.
writing PR text is one of this 20% of the strategy. You write and you get yourself clarified. I mean, this is something we all do,
This
right?
is
Ink
Jeff
on paper.
Bezos. This is what
Yeah,
Jeff Bezos is doing.
yeah,
My AI does this automatically. All.
right. Yeah, yeah,
And so, because when you have to answer
yeah,
the brand. This has different section. Brand section.
yeah,
The suggestion what to bet on next. The bestseller section.
right.
Okay.
Great.
Supplier section. It flex you supplier, as I told you. It say, hey, reduce from the China supplier, but tell the US supplier if he can deliver in 2 weeks 150 pieces. So it tells you if he cannot, if he don't agree to the 150 of the minimum quantity, then it's not the right supplier. So we teach the people think differently. Don't take everything because I had my own factory for over 20 years. I know what's possible.
Right.
If the supplier is not willing to do that, it's not the right supplier.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying cut immediately, but
Uh,
it is flagged in your system. Whatever
right.
you do with it is up to you, but it's flagged and
Yeah.
it say do, and it's not only flagged, it says try this, say this.
Yeah. So let's broaden the discussion a bit more. And then, if you are okay to share your insights on how do brands like Zara, how do they figure out which product to sell so quickly?
They just listen to the signals.
Yeah.
Like Sarah just now, they invest so much in the AIs, but mostly um, on listening, also on reading reviews, comments, asking their own customers,
Yeah.
and all this signals goes directly to production.
Right.
So they have filters. It says, hey, if this is reached, you don't ask the buyer, you produce. Because
Okay.
Sarah already has fittings, right? So I'm sure they will tag for a jacket this fitting, la la la. So that's not. This sounds like blind, but it's not blind. They have an archive of bestsellers, and I'm sure they organize that with AI,
Yeah.
everything. So signal production goes back to store or online. They get more signal, double down. In 2 months, they have the bestsellers in high quantities in the store. So from idea to store, from signal to store, 2 weeks. Same with Shein. they collect signals worldwide,
Uh-huh.
right? They listen, they spy. Spying sounds bad, but it's
Yeah.
official. You can officially spy with
Uh-huh.
particle AI and all these AI tools.
Uh-huh.
So they just listen. They have also bestseller signals, conclusion. They
Uh-huh.
program their AI, put some filters, parameters, la la la,
Uh-huh.
like a filter, like was my
Mm-hmm.
AI does too. Information goes in, decision comes out, product goes into the store. But Shein kills almost 98% of their tests. Also, after like they do the test, but double down only on 2% or less than, but we are talking still on huge number. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how they are profitable with mini margin.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Zara is more profitable because I worked with them. I produced for them.
Yeah.
I worked with them. I sit down with them for years, right? So they are more profitable than H&M because Zara don't think, okay, I have to place this 6 months before in China to get better prices, or India or Bangladesh. Zara thinks signal, store, test, double down, and then when the doubling down, then they can ship from Pakistan, China, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
product require.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
that's why Zara has less stock because they test more
Mm-hmm.
and double down only on the bestsellers. So they have, and you see H&M almost always on sale. You train
Mm-hmm.
the people. The people are
Mm-hmm.
trained to do that.
Yeah.
Zara goes now up market, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit further, which I think not so sure if that's the best thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they leave the gap exactly to recover for H&M. H&M can grab that market if they are smart. They can do it right now,
And what's the
right?
gap?
The gap is below Zara price wise.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, if I would be H&M, I would really strategize this out from where to where because Zara is moving already a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they try to fill this with pull and bear, blah blah, but cannot.
Tell me some of the top three signals you take for this the AI thing you do.
It depends on where. Also, for me, is the most important is that you can see which products makes you money,
Mm-hmm.
which could make you money, the yellow ones, if you bundle it, and then which one to kill. That's the essence, then most things becomes easier, right? And then uh, often people struggle also with suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you struggle with something, you take means you are not really experienced with it. So you take most of what they say for granted. Sorry, as a rule, or okay, it's like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This opens the door. Hey, wait, I don't need to accept this.
Mm-hmm.
If this AI tells me flag this, do that, then they start thinking. The AI don't do the thinking, but they start thinking like, the AI do the thinking, but they start thinking, hey, wait, this is possible. Then they dig deeper. You understand? Like
Mm-hmm.
it triggers you, and that is for the founder. Imagine like in the Matrix, you have everything in front of you, so you can play with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't describe it better than that. It's like in Matrix or in Minority Report, you
So
can push.
so how does the doubling down or the bestsellers exactly look like in execution? Is it like running ads on them, buying more from the supplier?
Yes, yeah. So if you have a bestseller, then um, and sometimes the bestseller doesn't have the best margin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say is if it's supplement, okay, I would look at supplements is not like fashion. It doesn't go away so fast. So I would definitely immediately try to find a second or third good supplier to not replace them, to make mixed calculation.
Right.
Many people does this mistake. They switch But if you have a trusted supplier, you have that for a reason. So what I would do is I have a top one where the price is super good. He wants to work with me. So then I have a medium one. And so then I mix them and increase the average price point by, let's say, the profit by 15%. In products, often is mixed calculation. In checkout, this is bundle, right? So this is how that works.
You were also mentioning a study in our previous like a side talk about like five. What is the number one challenge the customer experience?
For brands,
Yeah,
did a deep dive on brands like Fear of God, Young
yeah,
LA, like
yeah,
streetwear, athleisure streetwear
yeah,
brands, like Alo also, right? And number one problem is customer service, then also quality,
okay.
right? Yeah, quality is a big problem too,
So
because
customer service number one, right? Quality
number
is not
one,
the number one, but the customer service is actually the number one.
actually, customer service is number one. That's
And
the
you also
number one.
mentioned price is also not the number one.
Is price is not the number
Yeah,
one. The people are okay if they feel
yeah,
they get good quality, a good
yeah,
service, then they feel okay. But
yeah,
they don't get a good service, and then let's say Fear of God raise the prices. That's
yeah.
also often people when they get famous, they raise the price, right? But they don't
Uh-huh.
raise the quality.
Quality, yes. And
Yeah.
that's
So
how the customer don't experience that like they have actually got a good.
they don't. They
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
They actually notice that. Many brands think because they don't see.
Yeah,
They
so cognitively, they don't have a justification for increasing the price. That's how the customer perceives it.
That's how they
Yeah,
perceive it. So
yeah, yeah,
customer is that sensitive that they can perceive if
yeah.
you don't give them the value
Right.
you promise or you
So
should.
that's fine. Thank you. And then let's say there's a D2C founder who is building up a brand, a growing brand. Like, what could they learn from brands like Zara? I mean, you also already mentioned that they should start to capture signals, and then within 2 weeks they do have signal to the store. But a
Yeah.
founder, like, how should they start? Like, what should they learn from these brands?
This is very difficult to say
Yeah,
because that's why
yeah,
I can only tell you if
yeah,
they want to start, I'm the only option.
yeah, yeah,
They want to start, they have to book a meeting, get
yeah,
the access, answer the question, then we jump on it. They get 30 years of my experience
yeah.
in 90
Mm,
minutes and then
mm,
30 minutes. I'm not saying this because of me, but if you
mm,
ask me, that's a good question, actually. I was thinking, what could I say? I can't say anything
mm.
because every tool, it's, it's looking from a different angle.
Yeah. So your tool looks. So you also mentioned in our side talk that there's speed, and
My
then
tool
there's
is bird's
yeah
view.
price. Yeah, birds view from what angles? I mean, one is speed, is what you actually mentioned. You also mentioned was customer service, or you
Yeah,
also mentioned
speed
regarding the
is.
price, like Amazon, Zaya.
Yes. Also, first of all, any business
Hmm.
runs on few principles. Any business. This
Hmm.
is speed,
Hmm.
it's convenience,
Hmm.
in like speed, convenience, price. This is the filter for Amazon.
Hmm.
Just in that context, just that is one of this is also in my AI, one of the question. The Jeff Bezos question. Don't
Hmm.
ask what will change because people ask what will change all the time,
Hmm.
including me. But
Hmm.
in times of AI, everything changed too fast. You can't ask that. You need to ask what will not change in the next 10 years
Hmm.
and then double down on that. That's your bestseller filter too. So
Hmm.
for Amazon and 90% of any business is speed,
Hmm.
convenience, price. With
Hmm.
price, this is debatable. This is only for the big guys.
Yeah.
Walmart, Amazon, blah, blah. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's say Nordstrom, they have
Hmm.
one principle. One,
Hmm.
service.
Hmm.
Service. That's it.
Hmm.
One. Their whole company based on service. That's
Service.
why they are one of the only one can
Yeah.
make money where everyone is dying in
Okay.
retail. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the the question is every founder, it's in my AI tool, you have to, it's what will not change the next 10 years? And it
And
just, and
yeah,
then you say, for your business, what will not change? If you ask that, what will not change for my software in the next 10 years? I guarantee you, if you can answer this question and double down on this, you will be running and growing the next 10 years too.
right. And what kind of answer do you get from your customers? Like,
From my customers is very different. So they get mostly emotional answer or product or
mm,
this or that, but they don't know that it's about speed,
mm,
service, convenience,
mm,
results.
yeah,
Yeah. So my brand filter, mine, what will not change in the next
uh-huh,
10 years,
uh-huh,
what I do
yeah,
as a operator, speed, simplicity, results.
uh,
This will not change, not with any AI. No AI on the planet can replace
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
They,
I mean, simplicity is very important, right? As for Apple,
simplicity
yeah,
is, you see, I just
yeah,
told you
yeah,
something I can't answer that it's what I told you is complex, but
yeah,
the way to deliver what you will perceive is simple, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
iPhone is not a simple product, but
yeah,
the usage is simple.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That will not change.
that is simplicity.
And how does this principle apply globally? I mean, is it like a region specific principle, or how does it show up globally? Like, how are bigger brands using this principle to sell global?
So yeah, I give you a
Yeah.
super simple example. So
Uh,
first of all, um, all the top brands like Apple is simple, right?
mm,
But Apple also has just few products.
mm,
Remember the 20%.
mm,
20, they do 80% of their revenue with 20% of product, and
yeah.
the other 20% they are services, apps, and app store and
Mm,
all that shit, right?
mm,
So Red Bull, one product,
mm,
right? So they are blue ocean companies. For
mm,
example, Adidas used to be blue ocean because they were the only one.
yeah.
Very early, Adidas was big. Nike didn't even exist yet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then Adidas drift in the red ocean because Nike came.
Right.
So Nike was in the blue ocean, just do it, and they dominate the world.
Mm,
But their strategy was tied to athletes, and
mm,
if the athletes fades, the concept fades too,
mm,
right? Andre Agassi, there is not 100 Andre Agassis. There is not 100 Ronaldos and will not be. And Michael Jordan. How many Michael Jordans? LeBron James, but LeBron James doesn't have a brand like Michael Jordan,
right.
right? Uh, um, so they fading also into the red ocean, right?
Yeah.
Uh, in fact, it's not so easy.
Mm,
But the big brands, what they are doing is, if you say, is thinking like an influencer.
mm,
You have every brand on this planet must be run like an influencer brand. For
mm,
Apple, still Steve Jobs is the influencer, not
mm,
Tim Cook. Nobody knows who Tim Cook is.
mm,
But Steve Jobs is still carrying as an influencer Apple,
right.
right? So, and Matuszek, the guy from Red Bull, is the influencer for them. But they built their whole entire brand on influencer-driven sports,
Right.
right? So, why you think all these big brands try to buy influencer brands?
Mm,
Zara needs to pivot to an influencer brand. But
mm,
Ortega will never be the face of it because he's not that guy. So what Sarah can do is by action. Let's say if I would be Sarah consulting Sarah, I would say
mm,
you need to build the best design school. Document this on podcasts. Also, within the design school, behind the scenes, how to do that so everyone on TikTok, Instagram can connect. I'm talking about millions of views, like the Diary of CEO, like for lifestyle. That's what they need. They need to find someone who can carry that, right? And then they need to build real designers which design for Sarah, which people can follow the journey because people connect to people. Since
Right.
Sarah don't have Steve Jobs or one
Uh-huh.
person, right? So they can do that. But when they do that, they need to do it for real. No bullshit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, so which means they need to be also successful. Red Bull, when they take over Formula One team, they become world champion with the lowest budget.
Mhm.
That type of shit.
Right.
So
So
just to do that at
yeah,
Sarah or as Red Bull, imagine Red Bull would do all these things, football, these, and would fail.
yeah.
You think this would be helpful? No. So Sarah needs to pivot. Nike
Uh,
needs to have a team or build a team from
uh,
nothing, like Los Angeles Lakers, like that
mhm.
level.
Mhm.
That's what I mean. So these brands can no longer be brands.
Mhm.
They need to be influencers. That's the
What about
future.
what about smaller brands like who are actually growing up? How do they reach the
They
trend?
need to use the founders or need
Yeah.
to use the same principle. They
Yeah.
need to have, for example, when we built the streetwear brand right now, I built
Mhm.
hundreds of brands in my life. I work
Mhm.
with top people. Right now, my son, lucky enough, he don't look like me. He looks like Brad Pitt, and he's 18 and a boxer. So he
Okay.
has the full package,
Okay.
right? So, uh, uh, but he's also kind, like very quiet. He's not like this loud guy.
Uh-huh.
He's also, even he's modeling or something else, he's
Mhm.
not really showing off that so much.
Mhm.
So what we're doing is he just share this journey. He takes it. We don't produce. We have some samples. We did like the logo and samples and that. So he takes the people on a journey,
Mhm. Journey?
just journey, like on his
Okay.
journey.
Yeah, yeah.
We built the brand around
Uh-huh.
him
Uh-huh.
about fight for your dreams because
Yeah.
he is 18. He left his country to live with me,
Uh-huh.
and it's not easy for him
Mhm.
to fight against all these fears and this and that. And with
Mhm.
18, he's now on the stage with should build a brand, etc.
Mhm.
But he do it
Mhm.
because he fight. He's a boxer. He
Mhm.
fights every day for his dreams, and that's
Mhm.
his message. The brand is built streetwear, but fight for your dreams. So
How does
don't
automation and AI play a role in this 80/20? I mean, you already definitely do it, but still broaden the horizon. How is it important to use AI and automation?
very
Yeah.
simple. If the most important thing how I would use AI
Mm,
is obviously for internal bookkeeping,
mm,
profitability, blah blah. That's like internal stuff, easy
yeah.
stuff, right? So that's
Mm,
clear. But the unfair advantage is if you use AI for the customer journey. Let's say you have a brand, okay? You
mm,
have a fashion brand or supplement brand.
mm,
Now they buy the product, and 2 minutes later, your AI avatar real, I mean, today is super
mm,
realistic, right?
yeah.
Say, hey, Tarkan, thank you for your purchase. I love
Uh-huh.
what you're doing. Look, you just bought this and this. We are
Mm,
doing this of the finest bamboo cotton. We
mm,
hate polyester. I
mm,
hope you will have fun with it. Just in case there is anything, let me know. We are
mm,
here for you. This is my promise as a founder to you. La la la. We
mm.
will take care of you. Did ever someone did that? Ever?
Yeah, I mean, so is technology now evolving to give this experience to the customer, right? Yeah. So as we've reached to the final stage of this
Yeah.
podcast here, I have some rapid fire questions for you. Ready? Scale fast or validate longer?
Stay fast,
Or
validate,
validate longer?
scale fast.
Why? I mean, you need a validation, right?
Yeah, but validation today it's fast.
Fast,
If you
yeah.
need long validation, then you're a
No
scared
use.
guy
Yeah.
and then no
Yes.
use.
Data dashboards or customer feedback?
Sorry?
Data dashboard or customer feedbacks?
Customer feedback.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, customer is the key. Few winners or wide catalog?
Few winners.
Great. And what's one mindset shift founders need to truly use to truly win with the 80-20 principle? I mean, is it a mindset shift?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is the fundamental mindset shift they need to do?
Simplicity. Simplicity. If something is not simple,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Great. For fine. So Tarkan, it was nice speaking with you, and thank you for giving us time.
Thank
I
you,
I
AJ.
and I really hope our viewers will definitely get their 20%. I mean, this will be one of the 20% of the podcast they will hear in their entire life. So thank you for being here and giving us value.
Thank you. And if someone wants to reach out, please
Yeah.
connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you have any inquiry, let me know. Then we take it from there.
Sure. Definitely have this links there in the description when we post the YouTube.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.